window starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Allen looking to throw it right at the outset.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Cook up the gut. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Allen now on first down.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 45. Another big play as he gets 28 on London. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Leonard Fournette
with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
10 more there and another first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out too.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb, and it'll record his 5th sack of the season. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. They'll try the middle with Cook. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He's not going to get there. That wasn't going to be close. He was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago. That if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question, is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shocks on the old bandwagon because this team is rebounding.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They go play action with Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuwebu now. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards there, first down. Here's Wilson to throw. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Broncos at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Up the gut, Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it again with Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this 2nd half as they trail, and we are back underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining 1st half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Double count right here, double count. Touch 50, touch 50.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Getting the ball is Cook. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. They looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, he'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Von Miller just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-14. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Allen now looks to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On second down, here's a run with Moss.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Going to go on 4th down. Shakir hauls it in. And he is going to have the Bills' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Up the middle, it's Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
On 2nd and 9, Allen flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got him pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a throw here to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, Wilson. They'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. Back throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
As a jet sweep, Wilson with a little pop pass. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. This drive started way back inside their own 5. Now they're looking for the capper. 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by McManus is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. First down, here's the run with Cook. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Allen. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. 20.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen. That's complete. It's Cook. And some room to maneuver. Gets past one man. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers in your foot.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants